Amazing, CoopDaLoop, amazing friend of mine, and content creator, CoopDaLoop. How you doing? Welcome in. Tell us about yourself, Coop.
Hi again. My name is CoopDaLoop, as already mentioned. I am a YouTube creator for quite some time, and also a Twitch streamer as well. And this is a kind of a not part-time, but kind of a future career that I want to have, and I enjoy doing it, especially when I play games with my friends. And content that I create is it's gameplay, so like Minecraft, maybe Fortnite, I don't know, but at times I just play whatever's possible, and I sometimes do reaction videos as well, depending on what kind of video it is.
So, tell us briefly where people can find you on your different platforms you have.
So on YouTube, just look up CoopDaLoop. It shows a Wario logo, and right now at 60 subscribers. And on my Twitch, just look up CoopDaLoop, or look up twitch.tv/CoopDaLoop63. That's gonna be changed soon to just CoopDaLoop. Still trying to wait for the timeline to where I can change it again. And I have a TikTok. It is CoopDaLoop249. And in a Discord link, just look up. I think it's just called CoopDaLoop server. If you can somehow find that, then there you go.
Sweet. So we actually have, we've known each other for a while. I believe we've known each other for like an year, or maybe a year and a half.
Probably.
Yeah, we've made some content together in the past. You've been in my videos, my Roblox video. You've been in my Minecraft SMP. You've been like, what are something that comes back to you?
You started a lag out again. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. So, well, what are some of the biggest highlights that you can recall from our previous collaborations?
No, just, I mean, other than the fact that it was just fun, it was a pretty good way to know everyone else in the server, because I knew you through Slowboy, and I think Adrian as well. I'm not entirely sure, but it's, I mean, it's a great, I think, in my opinion, it's a great community to be a part of, and be able to play games with others, and then find likes or dislikes, and it's just really fun, especially in the live streams. Best time to have fun out of literally the best time to have fun out of anything else. And it's just a way to I don't know, it's other than the fact it's just heck of fun, and I love it a whole lot.
Sweet. So you actually make amazing content. You do like your reaction videos, you do reaction streams as well. Let's briefly mention one of your videos, your coming back video with me in the title.
Yeah. I back then right now I have a different setup, but back then I had, as of now, a 12-year-old MacBook Pro, very old computer. Honestly, it was able to run Minecraft well, but then I got to this one point in my life that I was dealing with a bit of struggles with school and with just content in general, because back then I didn't have that much of a drive that I have now. And but part of it was because I wanted to do a schedule of uploading videos, and I know that some like big YouTubers like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, they upload schedules, or they upload a different amount of videos in one day or something like that, and like that's their schedule, and if they love doing it based on their schedule, then it's completely fine. As a small YouTuber, it's not really a great way, I would say, to start YouTube, Because if your drive is to become a YouTuber and make content videos, making a schedule is gonna make it feel like it's a job, like a boring job, like you work at a fast food restaurant. But it's um, but at this, there, I thought about it. I thought about, should I keep the schedule going, or should I just upload whenever I want and keep my keep the desire that I have, and I've experienced both ways, and uploading at your own time is the best path to go to, and the more you, and as long as you stay in that path, your desire will grow stronger and stronger, and you'll want to expand on your experience more.
So, what you're saying, we you know, this is a we have like a whole like amazing group of people that work on this show and who have been on this show, and we've mentioned this topic in previous episodes. So, there's some content creators who do prefer the schedule. Time management is a key factor in content creation, and most creators, I mean, 2 out of 5 that are on the show, say, like having a punch card or having something written down, or just having your times and dates that you're uploading videos does improve the quality, and doesn't cause you to have a creative burnout. But have you ever been through a creative burnout, and if so, what was the cause and how did you get through it?
Um, kind of. Um, there was. I mean, back then, pretty much the only games I could do was Minecraft, and
Roblox.
But I figured, yeah, 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 and I, I, I just kind of gave it a shot. Just gave it a shot doing a schedule, and at first I thought, well, because at first I felt like I was like a professional YouTuber doing a schedule, and as content to record and keep your schedule up to date, it'll be good for you. And I've done that for quite some time, and it would work completely fine. But I guess it's like a pro and con situation. The cons, or the only con for that, is that you gotta keep your desire up high. Because if you don't keep your desire up high, then you'll start to lose or find it harder to find ideas to make videos, and it's good. You're gonna make it super tough on yourself. I mean, eventually I will probably go back to a schedule, but as of now, especially with the life that I have, especially still being in school, this is my last year in high school, yay, and it's yeah, it's gonna be, as if you have all the time in the world to like make yourself a schedule, then go ahead and just don't keep your desire low. If it's your dream to do YouTube or to stream, go ahead, make a schedule, and hopefully it'll just work completely fine.
So, going on from that, what kind of content can your viewers and your community expect in the foreseeable future? Maybe a year now, maybe 4 months from now. What kind of content do you have planned out so that your community can enjoy?
I'm haven't really. That's actually a really good question. I, as of now, Roblox and reaction videos, but from like 4 months from now, I could probably see myself playing more games and maybe being able to upgrade my setup even more so I can have a better wide of range um, to play video games, and probably some of those video games hopefully can be like like Modern Warfare or some first-person shooter games. Let's say that, and then maybe potentially also racing games. I'm a big fan of racing games like Formula One or NASCAR, or maybe even potentially rally. But that's as of now, it's just like it's probably most likely going to be like Minecraft reaction videos, Roblox. But I could see myself in the future having a potential of having a more wide of range of playing more video games.
Awesome. So, I believe it was our previous season of the show. We had a content who loved NASCAR, and were obsessed with it. They loved it. Do you ever want to be part of NASCAR, or be there? As you know, you do vlogs. Would you ever want to vlog a show there, and show your experience at a NASCAR event?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I've kind of faded away with NASCAR, but I still love NASCAR with a passion. Well, sorta. But I would probably want to do a vlog whenever I have the chance. Well, obviously, I don't really have the money, but like whenever I do get the money and stuff like that, I'll probably most likely do vlogs as well on like any events that I go to, whether it's like a football game or a NASCAR race or any kind of events that I look forward to. I'll probably most likely stream, or not stream, but also like vlog as well.
So you have a few vlogs up there on your channel. There was one specific vlog that I believe you told us before you told us before it was even released. It was your like camping lodge vlog with your family up in Lake Tahoe.
It's my family reunion video.
Your family reunion vlog. Yeah, the video while you were still there.
It's lost again. Jeez.
Alright.
No, you're good. It's probably on my end, but I think I get the question that you're trying to tell.
Yeah, so
just expanding more on the
vlog, correct.
On the video. Yeah. Other than the vlog of the so before the recent family reunion vlog, I had another one, but not really fully on like the whole week. It was just going to Yosemite and going up Veda or something. We're going on a hike for 2 waterfalls, and
Niagara Falls.
And I did. It wasn't Niagara Falls. I was about to say that, but it's not Niagara Falls. It's Nevada Falls, and it's some other waterfall, but I'll have to figure it out later. But we went on a hike with 2. Go on to Nevada Falls and to the other one, and after uploading those videos, I had to do in 4 parts because back then my MacBook wasn't working because I had to change the battery on it, so I had to edit it on my phone. Very hard to do. Yeah, very hard to do. And it was. But after uploading that vlog, I kind of thought about, hey, whenever I get the chance, might as well vlog again if a family reunion ever happens again, because I think that next year, the year after, the freaking pandemic hit,
COVID-19,
and I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube or anything, but YouTube's new guidelines are weird. but I thought about, hey, whenever I get the chance again, might as well give it a shot. And when I heard that my whole family was gonna have a family reunion again, I figured it would be a good time to try it out. And I didn't start vlogging it until I got to where we were staying, and like the view. By the way, it's where we stayed was a lake called Bear Lake. The hat that I'm wearing, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
But it was the it was a very nice view, and we were gonna do a whole lot of events and stuff, or a whole lot of locations to go to, and I thought might as well give it a shot. I mean, it's already nice, so could be nicer as we go. So yeah, and it was nice to vlog with or make videos or vlog with my cousins, because I've told them uh about my YouTube channel, and they were stoked because they both of them have been on the previous one as well, and they were just stoked for it as well, because they knew that I would probably be the person to vlog the whole thing, and I'm like, you know what, I just vlogged and had a great time with my cousins, and staying there. It was really nice, and you should probably go there soon though. It's really nice.
Yeah, I've been to Yosemite. I believe it was 2017, 2016. You know, before that, like the big mountain collapse on the side near the
Yeah.
lava, you know, the water lava something.
Yeah.
I've been there. So yeah. Something else that I wanted to bring up was your relationship with Slowboy. You guys both do content creation. You both have like a similar lifestyle, and you both know each other IRL. How did you meet Slowboy? And how did you find out he had a YouTube channel?
Um, I gosh, it's we first met. So when I was born. Okay, now okay. Okay, let me say this. Let me say. I had an immediate brain fart once I said that. So that sounded really weird. Okay, so so the town that I live in now, I I was um I was born in a different town or a city. But then after a month I was born, my whole family moved to a town that was close to Slow Boys, pretty much about like 15 minutes away. And my family and I, we go to church up in where Slow Boy lives, and we first met at a we first met in a I can't remember, but it was there was a classroom, or there was a classroom. There was a room for toddlers while parents were having their lessons with the leaders in our church,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's probably called, like, not Sunnyside. I don't know why I was thinking of like Toy Story or something like that. um, or it's probably called like Sunshine or something like that. I don't know. I had to do something with the word sun. I don't know. But I first met him there, and a few other friends that were in our church as well.
Oh, we lost connection.
About 10, 11 years old. So it was quite a while. But apparently I didn't. So you may not know this, but he had another YouTube channel that he deleted. It was called the Gecko King.
The Gecko King.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was, and I've never seen that YouTube channel. I've never until he told me. So then we were I just came over to his house to hang out with him, and then all of a sudden I think I just created my YouTube as well, and
so he inspired you. He inspired
pretty
you?
much, yeah.
Yeah.
He pretty much did. And but he one thing you should know about Slowboy, he likes to mess around with you. He likes to mess around with you a whole lot. And when I got to his house, he wanted me to look up his channel, but like but as a way of like looking up someone else's. So like, hey, you should check out this person. He told me, hey, go on YouTube and check out the Gecko King. He makes pretty good videos. And then I look up his old channel, and then I'm like, oh, these are pretty good videos. And like, yeah, that channel's mine. So yeah, so you pretty much self promoted in his channel in a funny way. No, that's what I like about it. He does things in a funny way.
You know,
it's funny.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Me and Slowboy actually met sort of similar way between how you met him. So I was in this other Discord server, correct? And I saw Slowboy there, and then, like, you know what? This channel looks alright, decent. I wanted to collaborate with him with a Minecraft video. Believe it was 2020, so it was 2 years ago. And when I met him, he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, let's do this. I have so many ideas. We could do this on Java, or do like a Bad Wars video or something." And then when I got to know him a bit more, it turned out that he was subcatcher. he was just there for the subs,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a funny man. He's a genuinely funny man. He's nice and everything, at points.
Yeah.
So Coop, you have your own like lifestyle outside of content creation, and you have your content creator lifestyle, right? How do you manage both at the same time without stressing and collapsing on which to do first and which to do second?
It's to try to live in a lifestyle of your own, and then also but also with what you want to do, like content creation.
All right.
That is honestly probably one of the best questions I've ever been given. Holy smokes. Okay, dang, you really come up with questions very well.
Thank you.
I don't. It's tough. It's really tough. But with me doing school, or with me still being in school, it's going to be stressful at times, especially with this being my last year of high school. But it's mainly when I'm bored.
Kidding.
It's I have. I'm going to see the other one. Yeah, that's one of them. I don't know if you see the other one. Maybe other one's up there sleeping still. But I mainly do it whenever I get bored or I have nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
But with me now doing like doing scholarships and stuff, it's right now I don't really I at times don't have time to make videos or edit videos, but it's an interesting experience, I will say, to be in, and my experience in that is just going to continue for who knows how long, but it's mainly just with heaven's sake. But it's mainly just I try to get work done because I love doing YouTube. It's mainly I just want to get work done, but not to a point where I do sloppy on it or I do crappy at it. So it's a relief feeling to where I can now do what I love doing, and having that feeling of relief is like one of the best things on what you want to do. It's one of the best things that you could. It's one of the best feelings you could ever have.
So, Coop, how did you come up with the name CoopDaLoop?
This could be interesting. This could be an interesting story. So back in
Back in my
Um,
day.
back in my day, I had a pee. Okay. So when I was in middle school, I had a PE teacher. We'll call him
Mr. Fruit
Mr. Fruit Loop. Sure. I had a teacher named Mr. Fruit Loop, and he well, there's two PE teachers. There was Mr. Fruit Loops and Mr. Cocoa Puffs.
Yes.
and when I had Mr. Cocoa Puffs, he was my 7th grade PE teacher. He and I thought he was gonna do that for the whole year, so I'm like, that's fine. But then every time when I would have him, he would just continue to say CoopDaLoop. Every time when we do attendance, it would be just CoopDaLoop. And like, where is he getting? Why? First off, why does he keep on saying that? And two, where did he get that? Where did he get that nickname from? And I didn't thought about it as much until I had Mr. Fruit Loops, and I asked him, why do you and Mr. Cocoa Puffs keep on calling me CoopDaLoop? And why is it like a nickname or something? He said, yeah, because back then, my 2 oldest sisters went to the same middle school, and you're right. I'm gonna turn off my camera just to make sure he actually doesn't throw up.
Alright.
What the heck? You doing all right, bud? You okay? You okay? You all right? You good? You good? You good, Oscar? And that's the cat's name. You good, Oscar?
Oscar. Oh man, it's the penguin from Madagascar. Oscar.
Yeah. Here, I think my cat wants to get down from my brother's bed. Hold on. You all right, bud? You want to get down? There you go. Oh. There you go. I have never heard my cat wheeze like that ever in my life. He's fine now, so that's the good part. Holy jeez. In general, I've never heard a cat do that. That's one of the weirdest things. Okay,
you were talking about
and Mr. Fruit Loops was there at the time. He was an old PE teacher, but he knew them because of my 2 oldest sisters, and I can't remember. I can't remember technically how, but our last. I'm not gonna say my last name.
Don't say last.
But I will not text you. I'll message you what my last name is.
Yep.
And that's kind of part, like as it is in Coop.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of, I guess that's how he got that, or where he got the first part of CoopDaLoop. But I fully don't know. But I thought it was just a cool nickname to put as my YouTube channel. No, I first tried Cooper Looper. Don't know why. It really did not sound like a good nickname at all.
Cooper Looper. That sounds like that sounds something out of the X-Files.
Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. No, then I tried that out and that didn't really work. So then I don't know what other names I tried out. But then when I got to just CoopDaLoop, I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I've just stuck with it since then.
Sweet, rad. So, we talked about your channel and your content. From when did you actually start making your YouTube? Was it last year or was it the year before last year?
It was a year before the last year. It's been
2 years.
quite.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
I think it's actually been more. I could be wrong, but I think it's actually been more.
Well, since you started your YouTube channel, what experience or well gathered thoughts and learning have you gathered from being a content creator on YouTube and Twitch? What have you learned from being a content creator for like what 3 years now? Yeah, 3 years, about 3 years.
Well, I have gained a lot of experience, and especially in like editing wise, I've learned a whole lot, and I've kind of learned a lot of tricks of editing through just like other YouTube videos, and it's you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
But it's um it's a good way to look at other people's videos and see and compare their videos to yours and see how you can improve. Like cutting music at a funny moment or something like that, or like making the footage like turn black and white and then like like when someone's laughing or something along those lines. It's a way of I like that because I think it's funny, but it's a good experience to compare others' videos to yours and see how you can improve.
So, who else did you look up to while becoming a content creator? I know you mentioned Slowboy was one of your inspirations, but who was the core inspiration for becoming CoopDaLoop? Like making content, creating content. Who did you look up to in the content world?
In the content world, Jacksepticeye. Jacksepticeye was the first person. I know it sounds like a very common answer, but like he really did inspire me, especially with at the time I watched his Happy Wheels videos. I literally miss those videos, but Jacksepticeye was a big inspiration to me. And then when I first recorded my video, or when I did my first video, very old and very cringe, but it was being able to continue that desire from Jacksepticeye really takes a big part of why. But also, like, my parents looked at what potential I had with making YouTube videos, and they knew that I wanted to continue doing this. So they didn't bother me on like doing something else, and they just let me continue with what I want to do, which is YouTube. And the amount of support that they have been given is utterly massive.
So this is gonna be a question in general. This was not scripted at all, but like, what were your parents' response when you told them you're gonna be on this amazing show with like all these other celebrities that were on this previously? Were they supportive? Were they questioning on why or how?
When I first brought them up to YouTube, because I watched YouTube on my mom's old phone. It was like it's gonna sound old, but it was like an iPhone 4 or something like that. It was a pretty old phone. But when I first started to watch YouTube and I brought it up to my parents, back then Jacksepticeye cursed a whole lot, so I knew cursing at a young age. I don't curse now, but I knew cursing a whole. I knew people who cursed a whole lot back then, and it was they at first they were a bit skeptical, but then once I like brought like my first like actual tried edited video, they they um their support grew. When I first showed them my first video, they were like, they were like you said, they were a bit skeptical, and but then as more videos were uploaded, and the more videos that they saw, they knew the potential that I had, and they wanted to do the best. Even more.
So, with your parents being supportive and all, do you see a career path, or do you see this more of a hobby? Because I know, congrats on being like your final year of high school, but of course you need to pursue a sustainable career, like engineering or something. What would you do, further down the line? Once you do have a career, would you sacrifice your channel for a suitable career?
It would. I'd probably, as of now, YouTube is a hobby, and I have been going. I have been interested also in mechanical engineering, kind of pretty much the kind of the same kind of program that Slowboy is in as well. Or I don't know what I'm trying to say. I would probably. I don't know. I've thought about it quite a bit before, but I'm still gonna want to do YouTube as a hobby. Early on, but then, but also like I just want to give it a shot because the college I'm going to, they offer a media class that includes or it's media and arts technically, but my dogs were barking. It confused me. But they have a media and arts program, and part of their program is that they do video footage, how you can better angle videos or stuff like that, video editing, or like designs, like 3D designs, or just designs for like thumbnails or something like that. And obviously I'm not really good with thumbnails, but I see that as a way to where I could potentially make it a career, but also have it be merged in. I'll have it once I have like an actual career, like for like media, I can have that merge into YouTube, and then just have my hobby become a career as well.
Sweet, that sounds amazing. I would love to have my career, match up. I am studying marketing. I'm not sure what you're going to study for in college, or if you're going to go to college, but like I'm going for marketing. I want to work for like a big corporation. I love, talking, or like what's the word I'm thinking of? News reporting. Yes. I like reporting news and marketing. Those are my two biggest strong suits. But besides that, let's talk a bit more about our chemistry, because I remember when I first started doing Minecraft and hosting SMPs, you were one of the first who actually helped host our first SMP. Out of all the SMPs you've been part of, nerdy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, out of the nerdy nation, which was your first? No, which was your first? Which was the most memorable SMP you've been part of from the nerdy nation?
Jeez, I'm not gonna lie. I've honestly kind of your first SMP,
Hmm.
and although we had like a lot of struggles, like a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, like we eventually figured out what things need to be fixed, and I think probably the biggest issue. Oh, my cat's wanting to get out. Jeez, cat, make up your mind. Hey, go. Sorry.
It's okay.
I think probably the biggest issue that we had was probably just it was mainly it was it was like figuring out a way to disable TNT,
Hmm.
and also didn't we have but didn't we have a did we have a hacker go
Yeah,
into our server?
we did. We did, but that was our last SMP, Victory SMP.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
because I believe the first one, somebody in charge gave him off. I believe it was Bryson. We gave him off, and then he blew up the SMP. And there was no save file. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
There are you still first are you still using what website are you using for your SMP that you have now?
The same one we had previously. I'm spacing out on the name right now, but like, it's the same one we had last time. It's not the paid one. It's the free one we get. It's not Mindplex. It's not Hypixel. It's
Minehut.
Minehut. Yes, Minehut. So moving forward from all of that, I really see potential in your content and your material out there. What would you say to someone in your position currently who is new to the platform that you're on? You're on Twitch, you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, you're even on Twitter. Twitter. I forgot. Twitter. Uh, what would you say to someone who is in your position who doesn't know really how to manage all of those social platforms? What would you say to them?
I think you
Hi.
I the connection broke again, but not that long. But I get the question. I would say that if you're having a struggle to start your YouTube or start whatever kind of media platform you're doing, try to find either try to find people or find friends. Mainly, I would probably mainly say friends. Try to find friends that know more about the media that you're going to use, and just have them help you with how things work. Because I think I I got help. I got quite a bit of help from Slowboy when I first started my YouTube, and I was getting there. I was getting there. I was getting there. And but yes, I also did get help from you, Nerdy, and there's been other people that been like helping me. Even my dad actually helped me with some of my videos, especially with like the long pauses of when I would be talking in a video, and just cutting out that long period of cutting a period of silence, not science. So instead of like leaving that time period of just silence, you can just cutting that silence and then just getting rid of that. And but if you don't if you have friends that still don't know much of media like if you do,
Mhm.
it's the internet's also a great source of help as well. I mean, I had to look up a few things on like how to like what tricks you can use for different media, and it was I don't know, I will say it will take a while for you to like, get used to what tricks to use, and if you like those tricks and trying to get used to it. But as you as you continue to use those tricks, it will help out a whole lot in your future. And that's pretty much all the advice I could give for that.
um, but yeah, so you have lots of amazing stuff out there, man. I do see a lot of potential. But now let's go over to your Twitch. You said previously you do reaction videos. I was there for one of your reaction videos from Markiplier. So what videos have you reacted to so far, and what videos can we expect you to react to?
Videos I've reacted to now are, or is probably just gameplay or on games that I can't really play on the computer that I have now.
Nope, he froze.
But also, I sometimes react to just memes, as per usual, I guess you can say, and also to a YouTube channel called 5 Minute Crafts. And if any of you guys are watching have not seen or heard of 5 Minute Crafts, continue to not, because their hacks not really the best. It's I've a lot of their 5 minute or a lot of their videos is just really bad. And I don't know if you watched the reaction video of on my YouTube, Nerdy, but it was with reacting to 5 Minute Crafts.
I believe I saw two of the videos you have out there.
I have a Try Not to Laugh, and I also have a just reacting to 5 Minute Crafts videos. But like their thumbnail was literally a noob and like a hacker or something like that on their thumbnail, and their noob was one of the I want to say tablets, I don't know, but it was something that was pretty much like rubber, and there would be like pop holes that you would like stick that you keep on filling with. It was kind of like a fidget toy, and they would cover it around their eye, and then their hacker side of their thumbnail is a tampon.
Huh?
And they show their first hack in the video was someone, instead of using just like an eye cover, like a normal eye cover for you to go to sleep, they used they cut a string and they put that string on the tampon. Once I first saw that, I'm like, it's just gonna go downhill from there.
That doesn't go there. That doesn't go there. That goes somewhere else.
Yeah, that goes in a whole different direction.
A whole different direction.
Yeah, literally a whole different direction. Like literally a whole different, just out of existence, whole direction.
Yeah. So.
But the video.
Oh, sorry. Didn't really cut you off, but like, Coop, what would be your strong suit, and what would be your, some weak points you need to work on content creation? Like maybe, I'll give you some of my weak points that I had that I've already gone through, like stuttering on videos, like what to say, just blanking out. I always, if I do blank out, I always think of something else. Next subject. What are your strong suits and weak points you have?
Some of my strong points are, with editing wise, my strong points are like perfect times to cut when I stop talking or move on to another sentence. And another part is just when to change the color of the footage, like from like just a normal color to like a black and white footage. I do have as of now, I do have a pretty good amount of weaknesses. Obviously, one of them is probably just like you said, what you used to have was just stuttering. I still stutter a whole lot. Yeah. I don't think I've ever since COVID started. I think of this as a joke, but at the same time, I think it actually was because of COVID. I can't talk for crap, and it's a really big struggle. And I don't know how I am in my senior year and stuttering a whole lot.
I didn't mean to cut you off again, but the whole reason
No, you're good.
I started was the lack of confidence I had in showing myself out there publicly. I remember when I first did a face reveal on my YouTube channel. It was a 24-hour stream, and I was sleeping throughout the whole stream.
Holy smokes, jeez.
Yeah, and I had like the smallest camera, like with like 380, like what 15 frames per second. So you'll see like lag every single second, or frame.
Oh,
It was weird, and I would always like wear these like party glasses because I had like the lack of confidence in myself. So that's why I would wear those. You could even see them on the podcast from last season until I stopped wearing them.
jeez. I mean, yeah, like you said, part of it kind of deals with almost everything. Um part of doing what you like to do is just having the confidence to go for it. And again, confidence is a massive part in anything that you do, and especially with like
Uh,
but you think it's for some reason a good idea. I don't know, but it's gonna take a whole lot of confidence to try and go for that action. And
yeah. So now that feel more confident in yourself, you've done YouTube for 3 years, man. You should feel confident.
Yeah.
Who are some amazing creators you might want to meet someday? We're fortunate to live in a state where there's many events held here. We have TwitchCon, we have VidCon, we have a lot of Hollywood A-listers. Once you do reach like the level of success that you want to reach, what are some of the biggest things you want to have set as a goal? Meet Ryan Reynolds, or go to TwitchCon, or meet Jacksepticeye. What are your goals once you do reach the level of success that you want?
If you saw me looking away, my cat just opened the door. My cat literally just opened the door by himself. But there's a lot of people that I would like to meet, especially at like TwitchCon or VidCon or like events like that. Like I know that I met you and we're like talking on camera, but like I would probably want to meet you like in person though. And maybe you could also see Slowboy as well if he wants to go as well. So
I have tried to get in touch with Slowboy. I've seen his hand. That's the only part of his body I've seen. I've seen his hand. All right.
Gosh.
Oh. I mean,
that's hilarious.
If you're ever by the beach, hit me up. Maybe we can set something up.
All right. But I probably want, yeah. So like TwitchCon and VidCon, those are some of the things I would probably want to go to because they seem like pretty fun events, in which they pretty much are. But also I would probably want to meet. I kind of want to meet Corey Kenshin as well.
Corey
Kenshin. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know if he ever goes to like VidCons or stuff like that.
That man's a legend, dude.
He is. I'm glad he's back though. Like after him saying like once he reached 10 million subscribers, he said that he was gonna retire. I'm glad he changed his mind because his content was fire.
Yeah. So we have a few more questions before we end off the podcast. So far, everything we talked about, what is something you feel like you should be reflecting on after everything we reflected on? What do you feel like is necessary to look back on and be like, yeah, this was okay at that time. Let me just improve the quality, maybe the commentary. What's your strong suit on that? What are your thoughts?
Like the questions that you've previously asked, or just the podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, both of us are still gonna have to work on like stuttering, so that's still probably it's a definite big thing that I'm gonna have to work on. But um, from my mindset, I think how you run your podcast, I think it's pretty good enough. I mean, there really isn't nothing much to say, and um, and like how we were able to uh like how we were able to find a schedule, like how like you and I were like wanting to stay on top of it because I think your first season of your podcast, I've been wanting to be part of your podcast, and then like after you reaching out to me, like I'm glad like part of part of part of you is that you stay on top of things, especially with you staying on top of if today works or if this date works and this time works, like you stay on top of things that you want to do, and that's a great that's a great not I don't know what's the word, that's a great
Hobby trade.
yeah, that's it's a great it's I want to say I'm gonna say it this way. I don't know if it's the right way of saying it. Cat, you're not gonna get out. You're gonna stay in here. Cat was trying to get out, but it's a great trait or gift that you have, and if you could and if anyone has that kind of gift where they stay on top of things, they're they're partly set. Like I say, they're full on set and ready for their future. But like everyone's got to develop into that trait. But like you already doing that is it's a good thing. It's a good trait that you have, and if you continue to do that, it's everything will hopefully work well.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the compliment. I try my best, manage my time because I have, shows in the other one. I always reach out to 5 people ahead of time for like maybe 2 slots open. If I get one, then I get another one. It's always a rush for me. Like there's no gap for people like me, who are like the host and then Austin, our amazing co-host on the server and the Discord and everything. He's our amazing co-host. He's doing all the background work. Currently, he cannot be with us sadly because he has COVID, and he's being very sick. So I'm the one doing all the work behind the scenes. I mean, I did the work last season as well, but like I had some help. But this season, it's just been a rush since the first episode. Like, I get one person and need to get another person. There's no room for me to relax. Only on the weekends. No, not the weekends. The weekdays around Wednesday through Thursdays. It's like the only days I have for myself. But it really means a lot. All my hard work is showing off to our amazing guests, such as yourself, Coop.
Yeah, I definitely. Ever since I first met you, I've seen a whole lot of progress with you and your channel, especially with your gaming channel and just your general channel. I think you use your general channel for like podcasts, or like for quotes of the day or something like that.
Yeah.
And like your gaming channel for obviously for gaming videos.
Mm-hmm.
And you've progressed a whole lot, and continue it. You've done absolutely a phenomenal job, at least in how I think of it. You've done a phenomenal job with controlling your streams, your Discord server, your podcast. I really couldn't say it better myself, but you've progressed a whole lot, and that's a really good thing. And it's especially a good comment for me giving to you. It's a good comment to take in.
It is.
It's like a big boost of confidence, and like it just, and again, like I mentioned probably at the beginning of the video or beginning of the podcast, like it's a way of having that more desire, and having comments like that, your desire will grow, and and it'll probably the more it grows, the harder it is going to try to bring it down. So
Yeah, that's definitely right. It's this is like a new kind of like conversation we have. Like we haven't really had like something like this happen on the show where the guest interviews the host. Like
yeah.
I like the concept, and maybe we might implement it later down, maybe next season or maybe a future episode. But yeah, we just have like a few more minutes before we just end off with maybe three more questions.
All right.
Then after that, we have the picture for the thumbnail. But so far, do you have any questions or anything you would like us, to go over?
Um, no, really.
No? All right. So, Coop, based on you making content and all that, what is something that seems to be some sort of struggle or an issue that people might misunderstand about your content? Like, what's something people don't really understand on your gaming videos, your Twitch streams, or just your vlogs in general?
I mean, like pretty much like we mentioned earlier, it takes a lot of confidence to go out and do stuff like that. Because with vlogs, it took me quite a long time to be confident to where I can record multiple footages for each day. But with gaming, I was pretty much already confident enough to where I could go out and do videos. But being confident is one. The other part of it is, um, part of it is just finding time. I mean, especially with how chaotic everything is now in the world, it's gonna be hard to try and try to find time to do what you like to do. And if you're so passionate about doing YouTube or streaming on Twitch or streaming on YouTube even, like, and if you find time or you find a way to find time, I mean that's good because that way you can continue to do what you want to do pretty much.
Yeah, and so we were just talking about passion. So what really sparks your passion? What was that twinkle? That spark that initiated you wanting to do YouTube. I know you mentioned Slowboy, but like being part of Slowboy's little like venture wouldn't spark it. It would have to be something that you found internally satisfying, and it's something that fulfilled you being part of the YouTube community and Twitch community.
Um, there was one point in my life. I'd probably have to look it up on my phone, but there was this one point in my life where um it was um it was when I first um it was when I saw Nerdy's no well okay part of it yes, but I will get to that later. I promise I will get to that later. Part of it was seeing Slowboy and Adrian do a collab on SMP that they made, and the amount of fun that they had was the one that sparked my passion to go for videos again. Because I've done previous videos where like I was just doing it for fun, and then I didn't really have that big of a passion of it. But then once I saw those two doing collabs and stuff, it literally sparked it. I guess we can say it lit a light bulb in my head, and it helped me to where I am today. And with you, Nerdy, knowing you through Slowboy, Cat, how do you open these doors? I swear we gotta change the doorknobs on our doors. I swear. But part of you sparking in my life, part of you sparking my passion was the amount of I mean, kind of same thing with Soulboy and Adrian. You just like you're like what I think you're organized. Um you do it whenever not whenever you want, I guess now, but like you do it you do it with just with the amount of fun that you have with others in your like from your Discord server, and um and you're seeing how you control things, seeing how you control things on streams or on videos. That's what also sparked, and that then sparked my passion to where I could compare. I honestly at times I would compare streams for your three of you guys really really took a big part of where I am now.
It really means a lot. And you said you compared streams. What I would say is try to be yourself on stream. You know, the more you be genuine to yourself and to your community, like I when I first started out being a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer, I would always put on this like happy face as an act, and then after she would always like be like so down and moody. But like when I actually genuinely started being myself on stream, I felt more happy and more enthusiastic. Like I'm not sure if you watch my Twitch streams, but like you can see me generally being having fun and being enthusiastic with everyone. So that's just me being genuine. That's not me putting an act. I really just have stopped putting an act on Twitch because I used to be like so tired all the time. You're like, oh, I have to stream again. But like, nah, just the simplest answer to your question would be, be yourself, and then people might just come and watch. The quality doesn't really matter. But if you stream like in a low budget laptop, people don't really look for low budget laptop streams. They just look for streams in general that are fun and entertaining. But really, the hardware or the website or anything you have doesn't really matter. It goes back to the person who's streaming, the content creator, Slowboy, anyone who is the creator. They reflect off the viewers, and the viewers reflect off the creator. So that's how I, get people to watch streams. Control everything. It's like a circle of creation. That's not a circle.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. And I really of confidence that I have, and I just gotta continue growing on that confidence, which I am still, but like I mean, confidence takes a big portion in like anything. Again, like it takes a big portion or takes a big part of anything you want to do. And me being myself, I sometimes show that, but at the same time, like it's still something I have to work on. And I do appreciate you giving advice on that. It really helps out a whole lot, and it helps me again build my confidence.
It took me a year and a half, like almost 2.5 years, right, to actually have that confidence from our last season on the podcast, right? Like I said before, I had those glasses, to hide myself because I was shy. I was shy online. It's normal for everyone to be shy, but it doesn't really matter how long it takes you. It's like if you feel comfortable and you want to do that, go for it. If you are at that level of confidence, don't try to rush yourself, because if you rush yourself, you're really gonna not succeed to the best of your ability, and you're gonna see like tons of regret down the line. Trying to rush everything, but like it all takes time. It all takes time.
Yeah, and that's I mean that's also another thing with when you like when people do schedules, if they don't do it to a point where they rush and they do it like when they do it like at their own pace, then that'll work completely fine. But it's just, I guess it's how you control your schedule is a way of saying it. You either stay you do it at your own pace, because that's actually that staying at your own pace and everything it takes a lot.
I don't want to butt in real quick, but like what I would compare myself to an actor. An actor doesn't have a stable job. You always go out looking for roles and look for management that can do stuff like that, right? So I would compare myself in that way, because I don't always have a stable podcast, because I'm always looking for new guests. I can't just interview the same guest over and over again. So I would be, my want to be scheduled would be, Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 days out of the week. But out of those 4 days, I could only get three or two. So I'm always working on getting more people. And I know we mentioned about time management, and all of that. So from my experience that I can pass on to you is, I have two channels, right? Gaming channel and this main channel. If I want to focus on one thing, I can't focus on both because if you let's say you want to have two pizzas right at the same time, you can't have both. Just eat at the same time because you can't chew one and chew the other, right? So
Yeah.
you would have to put one channel on the side, and save that maybe like when you have a day off and you're not working on the main channel, you could post a video. The same thing goes to your Twitch and YouTube. When you're not uploading a video, you can also do a stream. And if you're not doing a stream, you can upload video and edit a video. Or when you're after you're finished streaming, once you finish eating, your homework and all that, you can always edit the video. So I would say for your time management, for my example, you could always do both, but manage it out between the days so that way you don't overstress and burn out as a content creator.
Thanks for the advice.
No problem. So we have one more question before we end off the podcast. All right. How do you measure your fame? What do you look forward to when you hear the word you're famous, or the word just famous in general? And same goes to the word influencer, because they both sort of mean the same thing, but they're totally different, opposite things. One's for content, one for actors and all that. But at the end of the day, every content creator who I believe we spoke to on the show has this sort of mindset that once they become famous, they have tons of money they could just spend. But like, they never talk about the growth process between starting out to being that 1% of influencers. So what is your thoughts and what are your opinions on the meaning of those two words to you?
Me and I full on and completely agree with you. I mean, those two words have a different meaning, and like, a kind of more of a, I guess you can say, a positive way, or if that makes any sense. It's a way of saying like how, like, influencer to me means how much you've grown, like from where you started. If you look at like big YouTubers like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, I know I'm using basic YouTubers, but like they've started somewhere. And they just
Let me stop you right there for just 1 second. Mr. Beast, he was a no one, a few years ago. Out of nowhere, he just like started popping off. He's almost overpassing what's his name, PewDiePie. He's almost there to he's like halfway there to almost overpassing him. He started out of no one knew who he was, and he's maybe one of the top creators at this point in our generation.
Yeah, he's and again, like probably if you want to look for examples of an influencer, one of them for sure is definitely Mr. Beast. Like you said, like he just started and like just a regular person and just going out for something and seeing if he likes it or not. And then part of it is just he stayed having that passion to try it again and again and again, and then doing crazy videos like slapping himself for 24 hours or something like that. Although that was sadly an April Fool's, I recognize that. But like the amount of things that he does is a way of setting an example that he has set for everyone.
That is definitely right. His content and his concept of influencing has greatly changed. He went from being, a funny comedian influencer to being a charity influencer, and he still is that sort of charity influencer, but with a twist. He now does like things to help out the environment, things that we as not we, but like we have to own up for it, because previous generations, they did so many things that didn't really work out at the end. So Mr. Beast as a thing is fixing us. So um, we've reached the end of the podcast. Could you tell the viewers, tell anyone, your community, my community, anyone who's watching, what you do and where they can find you?
I do YouTube videos, I stream, and at times make little shorts like on TikTok. You can find me on YouTube, just search up CoopDaLoop. It has a logo of a warrior. And on Twitch, should be the same thing for profile, just look up twitch.tv/CoopDaLoop63. Although it is going to be changed, I don't know how long, but it's going to be changed to just CoopDaLoop. But I'll let Nerdy know, so he could, maybe if you ever put this in the description, you can just change the link, and it'll be down in the description. And on Twitch, not Twitch, on TikTok, just look up CoopDaLoop249. The profile that you'll see is a cat on top of me. That's literally what you'll see.
Well, CoopDaLoop, it was an amazing time having you on our show. You're such an amazing guest. And it was such a fun time talking with you, and getting to know you a bit more, and maybe having you know a bit more about myself and my experience on